So you've just pulled into your parking spot. The engine's still humming. It feels like the trip's over, doesn't it? You just turn a key or push a button and you're done. But what if there's a lot more to it? What if that simple, automatic thing we all do every single day is actually a really critical moment for your car's health and your own safety? I mean, most of us are completely on autopilot, but it turns out those final moments behind the wheel really matter. You see, a proper shutdown isn't just about stopping. It's about protecting your vehicle. It's about preventing some totally avoidable risks and making sure your next startup is as smooth as possible. It's all about closing one chapter the right way before you even think about starting the next. Okay, let's dive right into this, because the first few steps actually happen before you even think about cutting the engine. This is all about setting the stage for a safe and totally secure stop. First off, and yeah, it sounds obvious, but make sure you're actually in a safe spot, like a legit parking space. Then, think about your windows. Usually you'll want them all the way up for security. But this next bit is really interesting, especially if you have pets. If you have to leave an animal in the car for a moment, the advice isn't just to crack a window. No, you should leave a small gap in two windows on diagonally opposite sides of the car. This actually creates a cross breeze and helps keep the heat from building up so fast. Pretty smart, right? So, you're parked safely. Now let's talk about the physical stuff, the mechanical steps to make sure your car stays exactly where you left it. This is all about preventing any kind of unexpected rolling. Okay, so in an automatic car, we all shift into park. But what does that actually do? Well, it engages this small metal pin. It's called a parking pawl inside the transmission. Now here's the crucial thing. That little pin is not invincible. It can be kind of fragile, especially if you're on a hill or if the car gets bumped. And that's why the handbrake, or the parking brake, is your real hero here. It mechanically locks the wheels themselves. It is, without a doubt, your #1 defense against rolling.
So what happens when you're not on flat ground? Parking on an incline puts a ton of extra stress on that little parking pawl, and it means you need another layer of security. This is especially true if you're driving a manual.
For a stick shift on a hill, the technique is super specific. First, you pull that handbrake on, and pull it on firmly. Then, as a backup, you leave the car in gear. If you're pointed uphill, you put it in first gear. If you're pointed downhill, you pop it into reverse. This uses the engine's compression as an extra brake, working together with the handbrake to make sure that car goes absolutely nowhere. Okay, the car is physically locked down. Now, let's switch gears, so to speak, and talk about the electrical systems. We often just kill the engine with everything still running, radio blaring, AC on full blast, but it turns out the order you do things in can make a huge difference. Before you turn that key or hit that stop button, you want to switch off all those electrical accessories. You know, anything that's drawing power. Your lights, the radio, the AC, your heated seats, even the wipers. Just taking a quick second to power these down first is a really key part of the process. And there's a perfect term for this. It's called a clean shutdown. Think of it like your computer. You wouldn't just pull the power cord from the wall, right? No, you close your applications first, and then you shut it down properly. It's the exact same idea for your car. Turning off all the accessories lets the car's computers, the electronic control units, or ECUs, to power down in a controlled, orderly way. And the reward for this simple little habit is huge. First, it helps make sure your battery has plenty of juice for the next time you start up. And second, over the long run, it reduces stress on all those sensitive and very expensive electronic components. It helps prevent glitches and just extends their life. All right, let's tackle a classic piece of automotive folklore. This is one of those things you might have heard from a parent or grandparent, you know, a habit that gets passed down through the generations. I definitely remember people doing this. The idea was that giving the engine a little vroom vroom right at the end was somehow good for it. But is that actually true for a modern car? The answer is a big, clear, simple no. For modern cars, you should absolutely not rev the engine before you turn it off. It's a perfect example of how car advice that was once good is now just wrong. So why is this an old habit we really need to break? Well, it's a holdover from the days of old-school carburetor engines. Today's cars, with their smart fuel injection systems, handle everything themselves. Revving it at the end does nothing helpful. In fact, all it does is waste fuel, put a little bit of pointless stress on the engine parts right before they stop moving, and, well, it just creates a bunch of noise and pollution for no reason at all. Okay, let's bring this all home. We've positioned the car, we've secured it mechanically, we've performed a nice clean electrical shutdown. Now, for the final actions that complete this whole routine.
With everything else taken care of, now you can finally turn the ignition to the off position. The next crucial step is to physically remove the key from the ignition. And for that last little layer of security, give the steering wheel a little turn until you hear and feel it click into its locked position.
Now, taking the key out seems pretty basic, but there's actually some hidden tech happening here. In a lot of modern cars, that action is the final trigger that tells all the electronic systems to go into a proper sleep mode. This is so important for preventing what's called parasitic battery drain, that sneaky, slow power draw that can happen when systems don't fully power down. So when you put it all together, this mindful little routine has some seriously good benefits. You're preventing dangerous rollaways, you're avoiding a dead battery, you're protecting all those sensitive electronics, you're reducing mechanical stress, and ultimately, you're helping your car's systems last longer. These small, deliberate steps really do add up. And it really makes you think, doesn't it? If paying just a little more attention to how we finish a simple, everyday task like driving can prevent so many problems, what other parts of our lives could benefit from that same kind of intentional shutdown? What else could we make safer or just better by being more mindful about how we finish things? Definitely something to chew on.
Please like, subscribe, and get notified.